everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jimmy, and in today's video we are outside. We are taking a look at and reviewing the AceFit Air from AceFast. Now this right here is a over-the-ear earbuds. They don't go inside the ear, so you're not going to get earwax all over it. It's actually very easy, and I've already done it several times, sharing music with some friends or family members, be able to basically just take this thing off. They're able to put it right on and listen to exactly what I'm listening to. So I've been using these earbuds for about a week now, and they are super lightweight, and it's perfect for if you are outside, if you're running, if you're maybe in an office situation where you always have to hear what is going on. Maybe you're at a job where you can listen to music, but you can't have it in the ears, or you have to have the transparency mode on or something. Because what's happening is I'm outside. If I was running, walking, riding a bicycle, I would be able to hear a car coming as if I didn't have them in my ears. Like if I wasn't, wearing anything, I could hear all of my surroundings, which these right here are perfect for. So if that makes sense, if you have a trade skill where you're able to work somewhere and listen to music, but you can't plug the ears, this is a perfect choice for you. So right now we are inside. I want to do a control test of the sound, because before we were outside listening to wind, birds, cars, a whole bunch of stuff. And so this is kind of like a control sound, so you guys can see exactly what it sounds like with nothing around. So if you're at home or in an office, this is exactly what you'd be getting for the audio quality, especially if you are also calling somebody else. So this is what they would hear on the other end. And now that I have sat down, I'm going to finish the rest of this video. I'm going to edit this video. I want to give you guys a little bit of transparency. This video is a paid review, but it's only the fee to be shown on the channel of my size and with the link clicks that I get. So there's nothing I'm going based off of their information for me to state or not state. This is my full-on honest review and experience with these earbuds. So I'm not going off of anything that they have ever said. This video is also not being approved beforehand. So once this is done, it just goes up without approval or being seen. So this, again, it is a paid review, but not in the sense of me making it an ad for them, other than just my usage with the product itself. Now, one thing that's awesome from AceFast is because I'm reviewing it and placing it on my channel, there is a 20% discount code that you can use, and it's valid until May 31st. So I'll be placing the Amazon link below this video inside the description and the pinned comment, along with the 20% off discount code. And again, that is valid up until May 31st. All right, so I watched a video really quick, and I listened to the mics on this headset, and it sounds really good. So I'm actually just stay outside. And actually, on that point of the mics, I had conversations in the car. I rolled down the windows. I've called a few people. They didn't even know I was on Bluetooth. So these have a really good sound when it comes down to calling other people, and obviously the other end sounds good too. So when it comes down to not only just listen to music, which sounds really good, the phone call quality is amazing on the other end for them, and they still sound good to me. Now that we're talking a little bit about the mics and the headset, and since we're outside and I like it, here's the case. The thing I love about the case is it's super thin, very low profile. It is USB Type-C charging that is on the back. And it's clamshell, so when you open it up, when you shut it, it feels really good. And this is what it looks like when it is open. So it says the left, it says the right. It's magnetic on the inside, so even if you put it upside down, you shake it a little bit, it's not going to fall out. The only thing is that the indicator light is on the inside, letting us know if it's charging or not charging or fully charged. I kind of wish it was on the outside, but that's the only gripe I have with this case, and the only improvement that I would also mention with this case. Other than that, it's perfect, it's great. Very low profile, barely feel it when it's in your pocket, and it can fit into small little spaces. Let's say if you have a Jeep and you want to put it right next to your console in the middle of you, it'll fit because it is very small. And now for the volume of the earbuds. So these are great if you're at home, if you're in the office, if you're outside, if you're walking, biking, running, doesn't matter what you're doing. The volume gets to exactly where you want it to go. And you wouldn't request it to get any louder. Now, the only time I've ever ran into a situation where it didn't get quite loud enough is at the gym, but that's because there's 10s or 20s or 50s of people there, 100 people there. You have all the talking, all the commotion, you have the loud music, you have the grunting, you have the fans that are moving, you got the weights that are dropping. So the only place I wish it was louder was the gym, but you also got to remember these are open ear, so then this way you can still hear everything that is around you. So for me, if I'm just like in the moment and I want to push really hard, I might use a different earbud set. But when it comes down to me being social and being in a social environment where I am working out, and I do have a few guys I talk to all the time, these are perfect because in this way I'd never have to mute or turn down or take off, because I can hear everything around. I can even hear the car that is going right by me right now. So that is a safety portion of this. So then this way, if you are near a street, you can still hear everything that is around you while still listening to your music. And now to take a look at the application. Now this is a free application that you can download from the Play Store as well as the App Store, and it's called AceFast. Now once you get it downloaded, it'll take you into this main screen here. It's going to have you open up the case, get it all paired up. You can see here that we are already connected. And if you tap right there, this will get you into that menu and the settings that you're able to change for this headset right here. So just remember, this screen is the main menu if you'd like to add more devices, and you can have more connected right here. And then you can go through each one individually to change all their settings if you own additionals. This is where you can see the details for the earbuds. So this is your battery life for the left, the right, as well as the case. Then on the very bottom, you have the settings for sound effect. Now you can do the original sound, you can do human voice or bass. Now for me, the original sound kind of sounds like it's kind of missing a little bit, but the bass definitely has a lot of depth. Now I will state this, because I have a Samsung phone and I am able to change my sound settings on my phone for, if I'm listening to something through Bluetooth or through the speakers, I changed my sound quality over here. I made sure that my Dolby Atmos is on music and my equalizer is on dynamic. I'll state this, if you go through the settings of AceFast and you turn on the bass, and then you also have this one in your Samsung phone where you had the option for bass boost, you're going to tell that there's just so much bass that you don't know what to do with it. So if you are going through and you're listening with this headset, look at your settings of your equalizer to see if you have it on balanced. And if you need a little bit more, you can go into dynamic just like I did here. So for me, on my Samsung phone at least, I switched mine over into dynamic, and then down over here I do bass, and it sounds really good. Now this is where you can change the gesture control, so all of the taps and the press and holds, you're able to change it on the left and also the right. So right now we're on the tab for click, so that just means a tap. Then you have your double tap, here's your triple tap, and then also the long press. Now remember, every time you go through one of these categories on the top, you have to go through your left and the right on each of those categories. So for the one tap on the left, it'll go volume down, which makes sense to me. On the right, it'll be volume up. For the double tap, it's going to be play and pause, and that's going to be for both the left and the right. When it comes down to the triple tap, this will move the previous track back. So this is a triple tap on the left. It brings the song back. And then this one is going to be forward because it's on the right side. So when you do a triple tap, this is right there, your next track. That one is the previous. Now when it comes down to the long press, this will go into your mobile call assistant, which you can change it with any of these. So if you want a long press to just be nothing on the left, and maybe even nothing on the right, this is where you can make all of those changes. So even though I went through over here on what the tap is, I was just showing you how mine is set up, and for me, that makes the most sense. So if you want your double click to be something else rather than play and pause, maybe you want it to be on, next track or previous track, you can do that. So as you go through here, it's fully customizable for what makes sense to you for the left and the right for a single, double, triple, and long press. The only thing that I don't see here for long press would be the volume. Now, the only improvement that I have for this application right here and for the functions of the earbuds is the option for long press. I wish there was an option for volume. So this way I can long press the left so the volume can just keep going down until I let go. And then I can long press on the right for the volume to just keep going up until I let go. Because sometimes you're in a situation where somebody is talking to you or something has happened and you need to bring the volume down quick. And right now that is set up as a click. So if I am pressing my volume down to hear something really quick, if I tap it too quick, I am now pausing the music. So I hope that makes sense. And what I would do is that if there was an option for long press for volume, then what I would do for the single click, I would actually do no operation. So I wouldn't accidentally tap it and it would do something. So I would actually put the one tap as no operation on the left and the right, And then for the double tap, I would keep it right there for the play and the pause. For the triple click, I mean, it makes sense again. The left and the right is previous and next song. That's my only improvements that I would suggest for the application. And since we're talking about improvements, I do wish that there was LED, like a little LED light on the outside of this case. So the only light that we have when it comes down to is it charging or not charging, is it fully charged, is it not fully charged, is we would have to open up the case right here to take a look at this little light. Now, if I plug it in, you'll be able to see a little light that's right there. So that means that you have to keep this case open to have any type of indication light. So I would wish that this light would actually be on the outside of the case. Again, only one suggestion for the app with functions and one suggestion for the case. And now for some of the specs of the AceFit Air. It does have Bluetooth version, Bluetooth 5.4, which has a transmission distance of 10 meters. You do have a total working time of approximately 25 hours. You can get about 5 hours of talk time at 60% volume, and you'll get about 6 hours of music playback at about 60% volume. And if you're curious on how much time you can get with just a 10-minute charge of the earbuds, of listening to music, you'll be able to get 2 hours. The earbuds battery capacity is 60 milliamp hours. The charging case battery capacity is 500 milliamp hours, which is able to charge the earbuds 3 times. The earbuds charging time is about 1 hour. The charging case charging time is approximately 2 hours. And the case itself does have a charging port, which is USB Type-C. And the earbuds are also waterproof, which is not really waterproof, but more like water resistant at IP54. And now for the final verdict. So this is the review of the earbuds after using them for a week. I will be looking down at my notes here just so I don't miss anything, because I want to make sure I give you guys everything that I think of these earbuds. So first off, it's a great price. These things are comfortable. They are light. They're perfect for if you are being active, if you're walking or walking a dog, if you're running, bicycling, anything like that, especially where you want to hear the sounds around you for safety reasons, you know. Again, these are perfect for it because it's just over the ear. It's not plugging into the ear. Also, it has great sound when you're listening to music, and it also has really great mics for phone calls. As you could tell from this video here, I've been using these pretty much the whole time when I am recording with this phone here. So again, you can hear everything that's around you. It's also very easy to use with the application and all of the controls. And then for the critical portion of it, which is where there's just 2 things that I would mention that there is a little bit of improvement on that you could do. And that would be if you could long press for volume on the left and the right. And also too, I wish the LED was on the outside of the case and not the inside. So that's the only 2 critical portions of this of negative when it comes down to these, but which is very easy and simple to improve upon, you know, whenever the next case comes out, or just a little update with the earbuds and the application, maybe that'll work out. So that is my thoughts. That is all of the full entire review. These things are great for listening to music and being indoors, being in an office space, still hearing everything around you. Being at a technical job where you're working with machinery, you have to hear everything that's going on, but you can still maybe listen to music if it is allowed. Again, not a lot that I have to complain upon, except for those 2 little things that I just mentioned. Everything else has been great, and it's been a good experience so far with these buds, and the battery life so far has been holding up very well. Hopefully you guys have appreciated this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.